The life of Christopher Wu. This is Christopher Wu. In the year 2011, he graduated from San Francisco State University with a degree in product design. Early next year, he was hired as an assistant at a local company called Denki Gadgets. For the next 2 years, he would move up in the company as a lead designer and co-owner, with radical ideas that would change the company from a small local business to a well-known international design firm called DG Designs. It was during this time that Sony launched their PlayStation 5 console. With augmented reality as a means to view and control the games, this unique new control scheme was a success. In about 1.5 years, a PlayStation 5 console was in every other household in every developed country in the world. In the next 5 years, Sony would continue to expand the AR concepts in non-video game electronics, such as personal computer monitors and medical applications, such as 3D display for doctors during an operation that would show the patient's heart rate, blood pressure, and other vital signs. During this time, Christopher Wu was scouting talent for his company to make it into an AR design firm. Within that group was also his fiancée, who has a specialization in 3D animation. DG Designs would become the main partner to Sony in AR-related products. Later, they would form the standards of augmented reality with Christopher Wu as the chairman. He would constantly travel to developing countries to help them set up the infrastructure needed for AR use, bringing up the quality of living to those nations that lack physical resources. He later stepped down as chairman to focus on his own AR design firm. By the year 2035, AR was fully integrated in everyday life. Even newborns had AR implants at birth. Streets and buildings were now physically decorations-free, as the average person can simply change the decorative style of the buildings through AR. All media is consumed with AR: television, news, movies, and the internet. Around this time, politicians were trying to find another scapegoat for their own gains and blame AR for the corruption of youth, virtual crimes, and other non-related things. There was eventually a hearing in Congress on a movement to limit and censor the ARNet. As a special guest speaker, Christopher Wu stood before Congress and the world and talked about the subject. He showed and referenced research that countered every point made by politicians and condemned them on trying to scapegoat something that was so beneficial to mankind for their own agenda. With AR, anyone who was watching the event was easily able to check their sources cited by Christopher Wu in his speech, and the politicians who were called out lost all of their support in an instant. After that event, he continued running his AR firm Augmented Dreams. It consisted of his wife and others from the old design firm. In the year 2065, Christopher Wu attempted to send his mind directly into a virtual world, but in the middle of the experiment, the power went out, scattering his mind across the internet and killing him. Friends and family were relieved to find out that he died happy. In 2080, a group of programmers led by an unknown individual attempted to gather all of Christopher's minds back together into a single AI program. They succeeded, but due to file corruption, Christopher turned into the most deadly computer virus ever and ruled the world as Supreme AI Ruler Wu.